Recording in progress.
Carol, you okay? I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Conservation Commission Inland Wetlands Agency to order August 12th, 2022, 6:30, Watertown Town Hall, 61 Echo Lake Road, Watertown. Roll call, please.
Greg Palmer,
Here.
Tom Murphy, Ed Dalton,
Here.
Joe Coletta,
Here.
George Tupas, Luigi Cavallo, Pierre Moran,
Here.
Charles Bellevue, Scott Tierman, Ed Norton.
Here.
Thank you.
Public participation. Is there anybody from the public wishing to speak? Oh, I gotta see that. I'm gonna seat Ed for Luigi Cavallo. Frank, there's nobody on the, no, nobody from the public, okay. Action on the minutes. One, regular meeting June 9th, 2022. I didn't see it in my packet. I don't know, did anybody else receive it or
No.
just table it?
Table.
Just table it, Mr.
Make a motion to table minutes, regular meeting, June 9, 2022.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, nothing. Carries. Pending application 2022-8 of GT Holdings, Eva Maria Realty for the piping of a 60-foot linear of a water course at 1300 Main Street, 51 Straits Turnpike, Watertown. I don't know if you want to read that little note.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the applicant withdrew his application.
Right.
He is asking the commission to waive the future application fee. His engineer was not ready yet, and whenever he has all the information, he will resubmit an application.
Okay.
Please read his memo, because then you need a motion to approve that if you are agreed that you want to
Right.
waive the application fee for him.
An email from the applicant to Musa Rafi. Hi Musa, can you please withdraw my application at this time? My engineer is still working on it with no ETA in sight. I would like to reapply in the near future. Can the board please waive my future application fee? As always, thank you for your help and guidance. George Sioflikis.
I like the way you said it.
Anybody,
Okay.
everybody agree with waiving the fee?
Yes,
Make a
I'd like to
motion.
make a motion to waive his application in the future and accept his letter.
Motion made and second. Pierre Moran seconded it. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No. Motion carries. Thank you. New application 2022-19 of the Town of Watertown Department of Public Works for the reconstruction of the intersection of Guernsey Town Road and West Road, Watertown, Connecticut.
I have some large maps. Do you want to look at them, or the maps that you have are good enough?
I think they're big
You
enough.
have the 11 by 17 version.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Commission members. For the record, Paul Vanevich, Town Engineer, Watertown, for an application of the Department of Public Works for the third segment of the reconstruction of Guernsey Town Road between about 300 feet north of the intersection of Eastwood Hall Road, northerly about 2/3 of a mile, 3,368 linear feet to a point just past the intersection of Crestview Drive in Watertown. The other two sections were approved, or one was done in the early 2000s. I think the second phase was done 10, 12 years ago. Anyway, there's Cynthia Rabinowitz, soil scientist, flagged number of wetlands on this road reconstruction back in 2017. That's how long it took us to get this project going. We had some things with deep that had to be resolved. There's actually a portion on the west side of the road here that's part of Black Rock Park, owned by Deep, and there's things about they couldn't transfer land. It went on for quite a while, but now we're at the point where we're hopefully going to get this out to bid and constructed. I have a list of 4 direct impacts for the wetlands. The first one is installation of a riprap apron at outlet of a precast box culvert under the driveway to the golf course. That's this, right, let's see, I'm sorry, this here. I'm sorry I don't have digital copies of this map. I didn't get a chance to get those to you. And that's because the road, well, anyway, if you see this in yellow, this is the existing layout of Guernsey Town Road. We're shifting this westerly from a point, it's almost, this is about 600, 800 feet, as much as 60 feet westerly to straighten the alignment and also create an intersection, a better intersection and landing at the intersection of West Road, which is a very hazardous intersection, especially in the wintertime. So that's there's a twofold purpose of moving this road westerly, westerly. And so that there's an existing swale on the west side that comes down all the way near to West Road where it crosses the road now, but we're going to intercept it at a point where the maintenance garage driveway is and put that culvert in. There's 80 square feet of modified riprap going to be placed in the wetland outlet, actually the water course to that culvert, and that's 4 cubic yards of riprap being installed there. The second activity, installation of a modified riprap apron at the outlet of an 18-inch reinforced concrete pipe end, which is only 10 square feet of wetlands and 1 cubic yard. This is at this location here, the other side of West. This is West Road. Sorry, no, this is not West Road. This is the driveway to the maintenance garage here. The outlet to West Road is on the next sheet. This shows the intersection of West Road and Guernsey Town, and that discharge is just, excuse me. Okay. No, that's this, this discharge over here that runs down alongside West Road, and that's, like I said, 10 square feet of wetland disturbance with 1 cubic yard of riprap. The third activity is on the next sheet. About 400 feet south of the intersection of Crestview, there's an existing water course that comes back from Crestview and the subdivision to the west of Guernsey Town and will be piped under the road where there is an existing cross culvert now into this wetland area here. With a 24-inch HDPE pipe culvert and head wall. That's 700 square feet of riprap, 20 cubic yards total. We also are installing a hydrodynamic separator in the road here because of the chance of siltation and other things going into the system coming from that subdivision. The other crossings are essentially from wooded areas. They have less chance of pollution or activity, of pollution or particles getting into the system from down the further end of Georgetown, Guernsey Town Road. And the last one was back on West Road. Down here. At this, where we're reconstructing West Road, modified riprap apron with 18-inch outlet, 25 square feet and 2 cubic yards of riprap. Now, there is one thing I have to confess I missed. You see on this plan, there's a wetland area on the west side of Guernsey Town here at this match line. Going back to the first sheet, there's an area, there's 2 wetland flags over here that where we impact the road by moving this, to straightening this out for sightline reasons. And that's an impact that I had missed. I want to mention now it's filling for the road construction, 600 square feet. It's essentially at grade, so we have to just take out the existing foot or so of material and put back the road base and the pavement. That's 22 cubic yards of fill. But this ups the total of the wetland impact to 1,415 square feet, or .032 acres. Total upland review area affected is 1.457 acres, 63,460 square feet. That includes drainage, and there's a water main extension going down to West Road that Water and Sewer are putting in, or at the extension of their water main, 1,000 feet or so, I believe. And that's pretty much it. Any questions or comments? I'd like to try to answer them.
So there is some private property involved too there?
Right, there's a lot
Yeah,
of take,
okay.
yeah, that took a lot of time, getting the takes
Right.
through the state. This is a state project. This is a LOTSIP, Local
Right.
Transportation and Capital Improvement Program project.
Right.
So it's,
Now, the wetlands on the left there, isn't that owned by the town, or is that Scoville's, or where is that?
no, it's on the left, well, I mean, which side? Craig?
That side, is that the state there?
Yeah, it's the state. I said
Owns
it's actually part of Black Rock, a deeded, yeah. So that was, there was a whole thing that they couldn't, in their deeded wording, that they couldn't transfer property, and it's like I said, it took years to get that ironed out, but it is all, it got the approval to do that, so.
Anybody have any questions for the town engineer? I don't know how the rest of the commission feels. It seems like there's significant activity here involving private properties, and that we should have a, correct, so somebody wants to,
Paul, I have a question.
Sure.
This section of the road will be curbed?
Yes, it's curbed and, catch
And
basin.
catch
right,
basins and stuff,
Right,
okay.
yeah. So,
Thank you.
with sumps, 2-foot sumps,
Because
yeah.
West Road, is that curbed now or not?
I think most of it is, if I remember right, yeah. It was reconstructed, I guess, back in the 70s, 80s, I'm not
I think the
exactly sure.
hill is for that intersection, and then
It is not, I
Right.
think.
Right.
That section that you are working with,
Right,
it is not curbed now.
okay.
Maybe you.
No, it
you
is
will curb
going to be now, even that intersection of West Road is going to be curved, yeah.
we should have a public hearing, yeah.
It was a motion?
Yeah, motion.
Make a motion to have a public hearing with regard to application 2022-19 of Town of Watertown for Guernsey Town Road, West Road reconstruction.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. You good with the names, Carol? Okay, thank you.
Make a motion to have a site walk on the same application.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
When do you want to have the sidewalk? Is that the Saturday before the
Not
meeting?
tonight.
We can probably get,
Yeah, probably,
or the
night.
or the night
Like,
before. I don't know.
There is another application, Mr. Chairman, on the agenda that
Okay.
I want you to have a sidewalk. I think that you cannot do both of
Okay,
them.
all right,
Yes.
that's fine.
So we'll do
Saturday before the next
Saturday
meeting?
before the next meeting.
Is that the 9th, Musa, or do we know when the, that would be,
It's not,
that
la-
would
it's
be,
not, it's not Labor Day weekend, is it?
Let me check.
it's right after Labor Day.
This weekend after.
Yeah, I think the 5th is Labor Day. Or 5th or, yeah, 8th. No, it'd be the 8th would be the second Thursday, but that would be the first, 7th is the first Wednesday for P and Z. I don't know, you know when the meeting is in September?
I thought it was the 7th for planning and zoning.
Right,
I
yeah.
thought it was the I don't know that.
No, I mean, this is one of those weeks where the second Thursday just happens to be the week of the first Wednesday. Because the first is a Thursday. So I don't know, is that, sometimes you have a meeting the next week, I just don't know.
Right,
I will see that which Saturdays.
okay,
Whatever the
grab
Saturday,
it, yes.
okay,
but it could be Labor Day weekend then. so
Yes.
for the
yeah. Don't do Labor
I
Day.
avoid that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Paul, for the
All right, thank you.
Second, application 2020,
Mr. Chairman, do you want to make a motion to table this?
Make a motion to table application 2022-19, Town of Watertown, Guernsey Town Road, West Road relocation project.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. New application 2, application 2022-20 of John Mandela for declaring a vegetation from a riparian buffer upland review area at 114 Porter Street, Watertown.
Good evening. John Mandello, I own John's Lawn Care and Landscaping. I just purchased.
Just give your address, please, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You hit the red there.
Hit the second button on the right.
Turns red.
Yeah.
There you
Want me to sit, or?
You can sit,
Whatever.
yeah, if you want.
go. However you feel.
In regards to 114 Porter Street in Watertown,
What's your home address, or?
my home address is 236 Franson Road in Watertown.
Thank you.
I purchased the old Hoskins Nursery at 114 Porter Street at the end of May. And I just want to do in the back, there's a lot of that aggressive bamboo that's growing up. And when I first purchased the property, prior to purchasing this property, I met with Musa out there, and he just told me what guidelines to go by. And I had it flagged from Matthew Stanford, the soil scientist. So he flagged out any wetlands, and then Scott Myers put it on a map, flagged his flags on the map that was submitted to the town. When I first purchased the property, all the bamboo was down. There was no bamboo. And in the last 6 months, nothing grew, and Musa said if I had to do anything in that 100-foot restricted area, just, see you guys first on it. And basically, all I want to do is cut it down, just to maintain it, because it looks like a jungle. I'm putting some concrete blocks. I went for a zoning application, putting some concrete blocks in for my mulch bins and all, and that's all well within the, past the 100-foot restricted area from the wetlands. That's closer to the building. And I'm just asking for permission. When I bought the property, there's a pile of dirt there, probably about 45 yards of dirt there. That's on that 100-foot buffer, because I believe it used to be a 50-foot buffer, and then they changed it to 100-foot. So
Right.
it's right in that,
Yeah.
50-foot range. I like to remove that pile of dirt. There's a pile of stumps I want to get rid of, through a dumpster collection and stuff like that, and then just mow down that area, just so I can maintain it so it looks neat. I got some pictures with me. I don't know if you got,
Usually we like to take a site walk, and we'll
Okay.
just go and check the area out, and
Okay.
we try to just make sure it's well flagged or marked,
Yep.
and then if there's a path to get
Like
in
a lot of
there.
the flagging, the bamboo grew so
Right.
much. Even
So-
Scott Myers, when he had to go to redo it, he had to chop it down with a,
Right.
with a
I don't
little-
know if you can go in and chop those areas so we like to see visual flags and be able
Okay.
to walk around there. That's our normal course of business.
Okay.
I don't know, if any other comments from the commission?
What we're trying to do is just gauge where you're working or what you're gonna do then into what's the wetland, so that if one area can be.
Okay. I mean, even because there's the steel brook that runs along the back. That's where the wetlands
Right.
is, right on the edge of the brook. And basically, I just want to, even if I stay 25 feet off of the river, I just want to cut it because it's encroaching all into the mainland of
Right.
the property. You know what I mean?
We've had a site walk over there, but we never walked down and back.
Okay.
We had a site walk up in front, and none of us, I don't think I've ever even walked down and back there.
Yeah.
Not that,
Yeah. I mean, it was just, he'd been looking to retire for years.
Right,
Just
no.
let everything go, and it was just
Yeah,
a jungle.
no.
And I just went in there, cleaned it up, around the building, cleaned that all
Right.
up and stuff like that.
So basically, the bamboo that you want to cut, it's in the upland review area? That's what it is?
Yes, it's within that 100-foot.
I think if we take a full trip,
Right.
we look at
I
it.
mean, it was all cut down in the springtime.
Right,
You
yeah,
know what I
it's
mean?
very,
Yeah,
yeah, that-
I was just trying to do the right thing
No.
instead of just mowing
Right,
it down.
just
I said,
that-
let me
yeah.
come and try to,
yeah, well, I think, I don't know how the rest of the commission feels. Yes,
Mr.
Musa?
Chairman, I
Yes,
give
sir.
you, I colored this map for you to make it clear for everybody to see. Like the blue color is the water course on this property, including the steel brook behind the property. And the green area is the wetland, and this orange line is the 100-foot setback area. And this yellow part is the area that Mr. Mandela submitted an application for
You
a
have this
zoning
survey.
permit that is outside of
Yes,
your.
I see.
You got with a copy on that?
No, I don't have I got a.
Well, you can
copy.
take,
Oh.
if you want to, do you have it, how you had it sketched out? If you want to have, yeah, you can have that one.
This yellow area is outside of your jurisdiction. Mr. Mandelo just needs a zoning permit that he already submitted.
Right, okay.
I want Mr. Mandelo to mark this 100-foot setback line.
The orange
on the
line, right?
property, the
Correct?
orange line.
Correct, correct.
If Scott Meyer can just mark this line, that when the commission come, they see that where the regulated area is on the property.
Now,
And
do
then-
I have to clear out the flags that, the soil scientists put in?
No, leave those
Because
alone.
those are the ones that are super buried.
Yeah,
This
this
is
line
obviously-
should be marked,
Obviously,
this
the orange
orange
line, you
line.
can see it actually even goes through the existing building.
Yeah.
You know, I could get Scott Myers to flag that all out.
Yes.
That's no problem. But,
We want to see the wetland flags too.
The wetland, it is already flagged, but if he can
Right.
just clear a little bit of,
Wetland flags, not every one of them.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
okay, so just go chop through the bamboo
Yeah.
and,
Yes.
you
As
know,
long
try to
as we
locate
can-
where they are.
Maybe we see it.
Right.
Okay.
Just to get a visual from one to the other.
Yeah, exactly. So you need a line from one flag to the other flag through it?
Yeah, you can do that though.
Well, listen, if I do that, there's no more bamboo to cut. I mean, that's how thick this stuff
No, the
is.
orange line.
The orange line we need to see, and then where this one, you know, the end.
Yeah, the orange, where the orange line is, Mr. Dalton, is, that's kind of like, he has like a dirt road that goes through the property, and that's basically right at that orange line. You know what I mean? So Scott Myers could tag that out, that'd be simple enough to tag. But what I'm saying is, you wanted me to cut the bamboo down, how much of it, you want just a path to see the thing, or do you need to see that flag, all the way to that flag through the bamboo? If I'm doing that, there's gonna be just patches of bamboo left to cut.
Mr. Chairman, just a thought.
sir.
I don't know how, I know what bamboo's like, believe me, but I wonder if you can, what do you think of him flagging above where the, I don't know, how high are the wetland flags? Are they like at waist height or? Yeah, so you're not gonna see them, so maybe if someone, if you tie it as tight
Or
as
just
you
tie
can
ribbons
get
above
on the
it, so you
bamboo,
have-
Yeah.
just to
Just so you
see.
just have a visual
Yeah.
whereabouts, say
Yeah,
exactly.
you don't have to
Okay.
reinvent the wheel, just
Yeah.
get it, so, oh,
And
there,
that's something I could do, guys, I could just get
Yeah,
orange tape
right.
and tie it on top,
A good
Just
idea,
something so
Paul.
we can see, that's all.
you know.
Yeah, that's
that
very
makes
good.
sense.
All right, so that way, you know, it's not.
yeah, this orange line is important because you are proposing to clear the area between the orange line and the green area.
Yes,
And the commission wants to know that where this line is and how much area we are talking about.
correct. Do you want me to have that orange line flagged all in the front of the building where nothing's getting cut?
Doesn't- no,
and
not-
down the side,
not-
or just the back of the
Not the
building?
building,
where- where I'm
especially the
proposing
back
to-
because there is wetlands.
Okay, so if I get just the back side of this flagged off on the orange line, that'd be good enough?
And
Right, we're
also
worried about
this area in front, because there is a water course. But
All
you
right,
are
so
not
flag the
doing
whole thing,
anything,
so,
you are
yeah.
not doing anything here.
No, no,
No, it's only in the back.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'cause
Okay.
That
If you-
orange line goes through the buildings, you can see it goes
If
through
you
the
can
existing
do
buildings.
that to the building, that will be
Okay,
good.
yep,
Yes.
over
I
to the
mean,
side.
If you have questions when you're doing it, I assume you can call the office and.
Yeah,
Lisa
no,
can
I mean,
go
it's
over
simple
it.
enough, I was just saying, you know,
Yeah.
is it necessary to flag all the front where there's no work
No.
getting done anyway, you know what I mean?
Okay. Good now?
Okay.
Make a motion.
When would you do a walkthrough, so then I'll try to do it within a few days prior, so
Right,
that way.
well, so no, it'll be the Saturday that we're talking about, we haven't decided, and that would be,
Okay,
I will decide tomorrow in the office and I will let you know
Okay.
which Saturday. I will
and then we make a
Yes.
decision at the next meeting.
okay,
All right.
perfect. All right, and I'll get it flagged within 24
Right.
hours of notice
Okay.
if you want, you know? All right, that's it?
Thank you.
You want this back?
No, you can
No?
have, if
All
you
right.
need that.
Thank you, guys, ladies, have a great day.
Thanks.
Thanks, you too. So we need a motion to table 2022-20, 114 Porter Street.
Second.
And have a site.
And have a sidewalk.
Let's do that separate. Yeah, and have a sidewalk.
All right, motion is made and second, any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries, thank you. Old business, notice of violation issued to the owner of 30 Jericho Road, Watertown, and discussion on application review process by the agency. To this day, I haven't received any updated information on that, so just make a motion to table, please, Secretary.
Make a motion to
Just
table.
one?
One, well, you can do
What is
both.
it, just one?
Make a
We didn't do anything yet.
I was making.
Mr. Flood is gonna make the motion.
Yeah, make a motion to table.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. On old business.
Motion made and second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
All right.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. New business application 2022-21 of Maroney Development LLC for the transfer of a CCIW permit to 2020-15 from Maroney Development LLC to EDM Development LLC for the construction of a 3-family home at 542 Davis Street, Oakville.
Mr. Chairman, this is the same permit that you issued to EPM Development LLC, and they transferred that to Marone Development LLC.
Right.
Now, I think the property is transferred back to EPM Development LLC.
Okay.
And they want to transfer the permit back to them.
Right. So it really doesn't involve this commission other than the paperwork.
No, it's the same permit with the same conditions, whatever you put it, when you approved it. It's just you make a motion to transfer the permit,
Right.
that's all.
And those same conditions
The same conditions.
follow that through?
Everything that was
Okay.
there,
I didn't know
yes.
how.
Make a motion, and so what are we gonna do? We're just gonna allow this? And
Yeah.
that's it?
Approve
Just to
it.
We're gonna
transfer?
approve it.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Pierre Moran, make a
Yeah.
motion to allow the transfer of the permit for application 2022-21 of Maroney Development LLC to EPM Development LLC. Second.
Motion made and second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Communication and bill, riparian buffers. I don't know if Paul has, I know there was a little note in here. Is this something we can ask? It's not required, correct? When I read it,
But the riparian
right,
buffer, I'll just give you that you should know that because one of the applications is still broke is
Right.
located there, and it's important to keep a riparian buffer, like vegetated area for protection of still broke. And it's up to the commission to decide that how wide it should be. I mean, your wetland regulations requires 100-foot setback.
right.
But in case if you want to allow this applicant to clear some area, at least my recommendation is to leave at least 50 feet buffer for still broke. That should be vegetated and left alone.
You're talking about from the edge of the wetland of the brook to inside,
From the edge of the wetlands, 50 feet upland review area,
not to be disturbed.
yeah. And DEP, they recommend 100 feet, 200 feet, whatever, it depends on the topography of the land. But in
Right.
this case, because the area is flat, I think 50 feet will be a good buffer zone.
Right, but on other applications, it could be farther.
Yeah, it depends, yes. You can
Right.
see the situation.
Right.
If it is very steep, you can ask for wider area. If it is flat, you can have 25 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, depends.
Should this be added to our review on the application or no?
No, it
No.
is your upland review area anyway. I mean,
Right,
you have
okay.
jurisdiction over
Right.
that area. When you are dealing with water courses, it is
Okay.
better to keep a
Right, no. okay.
vegetated buffer for the water course.
I just don't remember seeing this term. On any application, have you, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard of it. It's the first I knew we were considering this.
right, the first I see.
Right, we haven't-
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could change this, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be 50, it could be more.
We can do whatever. we
I
want.
recommend at
Right.
least 50 feet, but it is up to the commission. You can go more or less.
But I mean, it's different.
But there should be a buffer area
It'll
that,
be different every
Right.
Every
application.
right.
Every place you go, it'll be different because of how it
So
lays out.
the buffer should apply to every application, and we can discuss how big it's gotta be, right?
when you are dealing with a water course.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
right, not
Right.
every wetland, just the
We just gotta
rivers,
remember to do
brooks.
that, no,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Because it's, if we forget, right?
No, I will.
Oh, okay, well, I
yes.
just, yeah,
Yes.
that's why I didn't know if it should go into the, so.
That should probably be added, Musa, to that review list, the
Yes.
checklist, yeah.
Right, because it.
We didn't put it
Yeah, this is just for your information to read it, that how important that is to
Right.
keep in mind when you review an application. that is involving a water course, especially a major water course
Right.
like Steelbrook in Watertown. That's the largest water course. that
But we don't have to add it to our wetland regulations.
The reason that I don't want you to add it because you already have jurisdiction over
Okay,
your
all
100
right.
foot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give a number, like
No,
50
right, okay.
foot or 20 feet.
Yeah.
It should be like flexible, that you
No,
have
right,
that
I-
flexibility to,
Yeah.
depends on the
Right.
situation, then you pick a number.
Okay, I think it's a good idea.
Which file?
Make a motion to file that.
Okay, Pierre Moran, make a motion to file the riparian buffer suggestion with regards to the application review process.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Reports from officers and committees. Chairman's report, none. Report from Wetlands Regulation Review Subcommittee.
Mr. Chairman, we sent it to the town
Right.
attorney's office. We didn't receive anything yet.
Okay.
I don't have any report for you.
Right.
We sent it, when did we send that to him?
It was a while ago,
Yeah.
If,
4 or 5 months ago.
Should we reach out to him?
You can.
right.
Okay.
So if you can, Melissa, can you get the original date, just so I have,
Okay,
thank you.
sure.
This is make a motion to file,
Okay.
Table, no file.
Okay, make a motion, Pierre Moran, make a motion to file the report from the Wetland Regulations Review Subcommittee, waiting.
No, you just table it.
Table.
We'll table it.
Table
Right,
item
but-
1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay, fine, so we're gonna table that.
Yeah.
Table 1 and 2.
Second.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Reports from staff, agent determination. A, application 2022-16 of Pamela Testa for the repair of a failing septic system located in the upland review area at 28 Aubrey Court, Watertown. And B, application 2022-18 of David Platt for the installation of a above-ground pool within the upland review of 305 Main Street.
No, it's an Ingram.
In-ground pool,
In-ground.
yeah. Oh, so this, where's, I just, on top of my head, where's Aubrey Court? You know?
Where is it?
Where's Aubrey Court? I can't remember.
That's a
Not
good
that it makes
question.
any
Yeah,
difference.
I was just gonna ask. I don't know.
Do you know, Paul? I
No, I don't
I should
know.
know that.
This, I think our court is within the fire district area.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Mr. Norton's on the map.
It's off of Charter Oak Drive.
Yes.
All of Charter Oak Drive. Should
Oh,
know
okay.
that, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough area for
That's
septic.
a, that's,
No,
that's,
down by,
Tough soil, yeah.
yeah. Okay, not that.
Yeah,
make
Robert
any-
Smith sent me an email and asked me to issue a permit for that because it was an emergency situation and there is a failing septic system that has to be fixed as soon as possible. And I issued the permit, that's why I'm reporting to you that I already did.
all right.
And the other one is
B.
just for an in-ground pool within upland review area. It is almost like 50-something feet from the edge of the water.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, if I could
Yes,
ask
sir.
Musa through the chair, how close was this failed septic system to the wetlands? I mean,
It is probably 26 to 27 feet.
so it's pretty
Yes,
close.
it
Is
is
it gonna
pretty
be
close.
moved away from the?
There was no way, there is no room, yes.
Yeah.
And you also know that 75-foot distance between the well and the septic.
Oh, there's. oh,
Yes,
just-
there was no room to meet that 75 feet and also move it away from the well.
No, I was curious because a failed septic, I mean, that's, you
Yeah.
know, not something we like to keep.
The lot is not a large lot, it is a small, tiny lot. Mr. Chairman, there's one other thing that I gave you. If you look at that application tonight that you approved for transfer of permit, we are using the regular application for wetland permits for that. And I noticed that there are a few pages that we don't need.
Okay.
And I just drafted a new application for the transfer of permits, that only the information that is associated with a transfer should be there, not all those pages that we have. If you want to look at that, review it, and you have any recommendations or comments, please feel free. If not, from now on, I'm going to use this application for transfer of permits.
Anybody have any questions? I don't know.
You want to read it? You want
I
to
read
see
through
if it
it.
is? Yeah.
So this would be used in what we did today? for
Yes.
UDM?
Yes, and if you look at that application, it's one packet, there's like 3 pages that it says NA,
Right, yeah.
not
I didn't-
applicable.
Right.
I mean, in order to avoid those wastes, I mean, there's so many pages, I thought that why we should
Right.
have it. It's better to have a separate application for transfer of permits.
I'll make a motion to accept the renewed or redone application for transfer of permit.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, thank you. I don't know, we didn't do nothing on the two, we didn't make a motion on A and B, did we?
The agent's determination, we didn't make.
Yes, that was that report, you don't
Okay,
need a
we're
permit.
good.
You don't need that.
Frank, is there anybody from the public on the, nobody on the public?
Nobody was listening or anything?
We're listening, nobody has a hand raised.
Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn at 7:08.
So
Second?
Thank you.
It was a short meeting.
Yeah.